I'm here with Vincent Keymer, who just won an incredibly long game against Pragg. Vincent, with your win, you sent Pragg into the playoff against Wijk, who lost earlier in the day. What was going on in your mind towards the end of the game, just knowing how crucial your game was for the whole tournament situation?
Yeah, mostly I was trying to finish a good game finally and win, which I seemingly didn't manage. But okay, I managed to win with some up and downs. Yeah. But of course, I think overall it was a quite interesting game. I mean, we got a very strategically complex position out of the opening. And I think at some point he kind of underestimated this attack. So I think here I still felt this position should be pretty much normal, and I was not so convinced of this e5 move because I understand that what he's trying to do is stop me from playing f4 and then f5 and I get some attack, but this is quite slow and I have the queen side is quite open. So okay, again I think h4 was kind of a waste of time, but here rook f8 also I didn't quite understand. I think anyway his idea should be to bring the knight to a4, so let's say going queen b7 followed by knight b6 would have been very normal. And then here already I was feeling quite comfortable because now he has to defend b5 and I have this idea of bringing the bishop to b3 because now the pawn move from e6, this diagonal can actually be incredibly powerful.
Somewhere around here it was getting clear this was going to be a very long game, right?
Yeah, actually after time control I was hoping that maybe it wouldn't be that long, but...
Did you sense you were winning when you reached move 14?
Here... somewhere like here it felt to me that this should be really good for white. I mean, I will surely get back the pawn. Also queen e7, I'm not sure, maybe queen c8 was winning directly because now that if he does the same now he can't even unpin at all, but I was not sure like about this, which, okay, looks kind of very shaky, but okay, he gets to exchange some pieces and I was also quite confident that just long term this position should be winning. Because like he has all the weaknesses, like all his pieces are passive and this f7 pawn is vulnerable forever.
And very soon the roller coaster started, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know about the evaluation, of course, but all of us here in the bank were glued to our screens with the...
Yeah, actually I thought queen b6 was a nice move because now basically my threat is, first of all, he doesn't have a move. So let's say if he just moves the king, I will go queen c7, king g8, and knight g6 or knight f3, and I will win the e5 pawn. And I think knight h7 was actually an amazing resource. I mean, okay, you said knight g6 was good, but of course I thought he would play knight g5, and then I couldn't quite figure out the win. Maybe I can play f4 here. Like, this is, of course, what I was trying to make work. And here I couldn't really calculate the win, but maybe that was just me being...
Yeah, now I'm
like,
also...
not too deep.
I know that knight g6 was good, but I don't know how easy.
I also felt that there should be a win, but also the other thing is that even if I don't play knight g6, it was clear my position is still very nice, maybe even winning.
I think that's like what all the players said who were in the interviews throughout the day, that practically, I mean, Pragg's position is just so hard to defend, right?
Yeah, no, here actually it was not easy to break through. Like, his position is so bad, but exactly how to win, because
were you getting frustrated a bit?
A little, yeah, because at first I thought I can just take this, but suddenly he has queen c8 and gets counterplay. So I moved back. Yeah, that's when I thought knight e7 works, which doesn't, so I had to go back. And then here, okay, also this had to be calculated, because he actually gets to pick up this pawn. But I was assuming that this is winning. Simply because this king is so weak, he will always be running into some checks. Like his d-pawn, he cannot just push. I will give this check, another check, and he will be pinned. And okay, in the worst case, I guess we will trade the pawns, and then I will have a usually winning queen ending. But then again, this position also felt like it had to be completely winning. And here is when I started to fail, I would say. Like, okay, all of this should still be very normal. I think I improved my position.
Did you feel increased pressure of the whole situation, or were you just trying to shut it all out and just play it like
Not the situation, but the clock.
Yeah, the clock.
It was going down, and I think this is the kind of position that actually usually you like to have more time when you defend, but since the position is just lost, of course, he has to have some random factor, otherwise he has no chance. And yeah, I think this is the moment, that this is the idea I had all along, that actually I can just go into this endgame because this king is so bad that I will easily win this bishop endgame. And for some miraculous reason, exactly here, suddenly, because for some reason I didn't consider queen d6, and I was low on time, and suddenly I played this. Okay, I guess still maybe fe, but now already bishop e5 is possible. And then here it got, I guess this is already where it's maybe a draw, yeah? But of course still incredibly dangerous for him.
Of course, as the game showed, right?
Yeah, I thought, okay, if he goes back, I will push h6. And I didn't see a clear way to survive. But maybe there is. It's just that, okay, we have 1 minute. Also, he has 1 minute, so he will have faced the same issue. So I understand that, okay, he put this queen on g8, but now there's like nothing moves. Yeah? Only his bishop can move. So I couldn't really believe that this actually holds the game.
Right? Yeah.
And in the game also it didn't, but I think it's just that he moved the bishop to the wrong diagonal. Yeah? If he keeps it closer to the queen, seemingly there was no clear way to take advantage of it. Maybe even because he has like h6 bishop f8. Yeah, I think actually this could be the reason. Because if he just waits, again I will have something, but yeah, putting bishop on f8 is
Was still
amazing.
a
But
tough
here also,
task,
maybe he also thought that this is a draw. I'm also not sure queen g5 was the right move. I mean, there was so many lines to calculate and we had so little time that, yeah, for example, if he plays bishop c7, still I have to play something. I thought I would go queen e7, because now he has like no square for the bishop, which actually, now that I look at it, kind of makes some sense, so maybe that wasn't completely wrong. But yeah, there was also g6, so I have no idea, and I was just very relieved that finally I had this trick here that I go now queen on h4. That's why I played queen g5, followed by bishop d5 and queen d8. So very shaky conversion, I have to say. Not the way I would have wanted it after a, I would say, quite nice game. But that's kind of what happens if you, like, I didn't win a game here in a long time, and then usually the first win is not like completely straightforward, but has some troubles.
I think it doesn't matter so much that the conversion was. I mean, a point is a point.
In the end.
And we'll come back to talk about your tournament in a second. But I was wondering, of course, you know, everyone had it on their mind that you're Gukash's second at the World Championship match, and Gukash's only chance of playing a playoff today was, you know, through you beating Pragg. Did that cross your mind? Did you think, oh, he's probably, you know, sitting in his room rooting for me or something?
Actually, the thought crossed my mind because it's a very funny coincidence. Yeah, like when I realized that I'm going like nearly like in the wrong direction, I thought, okay, he's probably sitting there thinking like, what an idiot, no? I mean, but yeah, okay, it's a funny situation, and I'm just glad I finally managed to.
Yeah. And just your prediction, under half an hour now until the playoff starts, Gukash or Pragg, who have you got?
I think psychologically Gukash has an edge now, simply because he finished earlier. Also, he had more time to kind of deal with the loss, while Pragg's wound should be still quite fresh. But, okay, these tiebreaks are so random and they're both incredibly strong players, so I'm looking forward to watch.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, actually, if you were going to watch. But let's talk about your tournament with the win. You finished on 6 out of 13. How do you reflect on your event?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, I have to say. Like I said, the first few rounds were very shaky, but the results were fine. After that, I felt that actually my play was quite decent, but I somehow managed to give away far too many points through one-move blunders. Like, not like one-move blunders that give away the game, but basically one-move blunders that in the end cost me the game. And I was quickly losing like 3 games for no apparent reason. Not like I got out-prepared or something. I just had a normal, decent position and got myself into trouble, which was, of course, very annoying because it's hard to understand, like, why did I actually do this? And yeah, then I felt like kind of stabilized, but of course the players are very strong, so to win a game is very tough. And yeah, somehow today it worked.
Yeah, I think you're also one of the most fighting players. I don't know how many hours you spent in the playing hall, but
Yeah.
a lot, maybe the most out of everyone. You're playing in the freestyle tournament next. That starts just in a few days from now.
Yeah, one day at home and then
I was just going to
we'll
ask,
continue, yeah.
how are you going to spend the short time in between events?
Yeah, I think just try to relax, repack the suitcase and let's go. Yeah, that's all there's going to be.
I think that is what a lot of us are going to be doing. But Vincent, congratulations on a great last win. It was a pleasure to watch your games here in Wijk and best of luck at the freestyle.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.